Quick fire questions. Ben Townley, the one and only, starting off with as quick answers as you can give. What sort of child were you?
I was fat.
I like that. Moving on. Next question.
BT, when was the last time like you were genuinely euphorically happy? Like something just overwhelmed you with happiness?
I'm generally pretty happy. Euphorically.
I think it was probably when he poured that last glass.
Oh.
Can you give me a definition of euphorically? I mean, my kids make me pretty happy.
Just a general state of euphoria. That's good. What is your best characteristic?
I'm pretty determined person.
Determined.
And what's your worst?
Too honest and open.
Honesty or impatience? Which one?
Well, it used to be impatience. It's probably open and honest these days.
What is your most treasured possession?
My family.
Oh, wow. I mean, every other answer will be really, really quite vacuous after that. Go, Jeff.
What's your greatest fear, BT, if you have any?
That I can't ride a dirt bike.
If you could be the very best in the world at any other sport, what sport would that be?
I love slalom water skiing. I really
Slalom water skiing. That's left field. We'll go for a swerve when we come and see
Well,
you.
I'd like to see you at the level of competition.
Cut some glass.
What was the last film you watched, Ben?
It is a sensational film about that Russian guy that did the doping. Ichthyosaurus. You watched that?
Right, no, but this is a great tip-off.
It is fascinating.
Right.
Fascinating.
Gonna write that down.
It does. Write that down, Matt.
The movie that you watch during lockdown, watch that movie. I've watched it once and then parts of it twice. So it's about the guy that basically was the mastermind behind Russia's doping program, and what they achieved at Sochi with the KGB and what Putin wanted to achieve. Like it's incredible.
Right, this is great stuff.
Going to hinder our reach in Russia. This particular angle was saying. Well, okay. Last gig you went to?
All honesty, the last gig I went to would have been in 2005 when I lived in Belgium. Can you mute this? You know that?
Yeah. We will do that. Tears for Beers?
No,
Yes.
he didn't say Tears for... No, he said Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Oh, that's not as good. If it was Tears for Fears, that'd have been amazing. But Britney Spears. Yeah, Ben, we will definitely mute that. Don't worry. Yeah. We'll definitely mute that.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, what was the last thing you watched on YouTube? But it sounds like it might have been this documentary, right?
We watched Motorspy. My boys have been hanging out episode 6 of Motorspy. So that would have been what we watched today.
Motorspy. Okay. Last time you were drunk before tonight?
New Year's. Yeah, New Year's. It was a bit of a,
noteworthy drunkenness, New Year's.
When was the last time someone really pissed you off, BT?
Well, the Prime Minister. Yeah, she did it about 4 weeks ago.
As in, told you
to
stay
locking
home.
Down.
Well, no, as in she didn't make the right decisions at the right time, and I'm still pissed off about it. So.
Don't beat Jacinta. She's one of the good ones, isn't she, Jacinta, in the world?
See, that's the problem. Like, this is a whole nother podcast, man. Your perception of what she does, and that winds me out.
Okay, we haven't quite got it right. Okay, right. We'll move on. We've started about 3 different subcategory podcasts on this
is
podcast
brilliant.
that we'll need to come back to.
have another drink, BT.
Have another drink. Get it down. Come on.
Come on.
Right. Right. Last quick fire questions. Finish this sentence. I feel good when I...
with my kids doing things, with my kids. We built a pump track in the garden and spent a lot of time digging, and that's I love doing stuff with my kids. I get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Yes, Phil, you okay? Number 2, go, Jeff.
Something someone doesn't know about you, as in like a skill that you have that you don't often.
Skill. I'm really, really good at eating, like extremely good. I'm really good at putting on weight really quickly.
I wish I wasn't scared to
try a backflip on the train.
We've had that before. Johnny Ray.
Yeah.
Johnny Ray.
Like my boys trying to give it a
go. Something you're obsessed with right now, be it an item, TV show, something like that.
Oh, the pump track. Oh, just like we built this pump track. It's got about it goes to about 12 rollers in one direction, a berm, and 12 rollers back. And I'm like want to get it perfect. Just like it's got like sculpted and like
they are so much fun. It's a good obsession. Okay, something you hate but so many others love.
Prime Minister.
No. Go easy on Jacinta.
Prime Minister.
Wow. Okay, this is going to hinder our New Zealand reach as well, obviously. Or maybe it won't because we've got the wrong perception.
I tell you what it won't. It definitely will not.
Help. Okay, right. We are throwing Miss Connolly under the bus in order to get a better reach in New Zealand. Perfect. Right, next one. Penultimate question. Go, Jeff.
The last lie that you told, Ben.
We're assuming you didn't because you don't.
You're honest.
No, I don't really tell too many porkers, to be honest.
That's good. And the very, very final question. Who was your schoolboy crush? Exactly. The confusion on his face. We get it every time. It doesn't have to be another boy at school that you fancied unless it was. It's usually what Jeff meant to say in writing this question badly is who was your celebrity crush or someone while you were at school? It could have been a female celebrity or it could have been a rider. Yeah, now it makes sense. Yeah.
Who's your pin-up?
Who's your pin-up? There you go.
I grew up with that McGrath era, so I'd have to say McGrath. Yeah.
Who was your riding pin-up, Jeff?
Carmichael, maybe. Yeah, Carmichael. Yeah.
Who was my riding? No, it would have been. Well, I had many. I started back in 1981. My first motocross hero was Graham Noyce. Doug Henry is a massive hero of mine, just because
he was cool. Henry, Henry was, just because of what he went through and the circumstances and that.
Man,
those like Fox images of him, those images that he used to do with the scarf on him. And
that's what I was explaining to Matt.
He was just telling me. Sounds gnarly as.
When you stand on that jump at Budds Creek and you realise how far he flew, man. Ooh.
Yeah. He was a gnarly dude, Henry.
Yeah.
And there we have it.
And we could go on for ages.
2 hours, 2 minutes. There we go. So we've got maybe 10 minutes to chop off because the quickfire questions will be something separate. But Ben, it's been amazing chatting to you. Thank you so much for sharing your Friday night with us. I'm sure you had lots of other social engagements that you have forsaken to join us. So we appreciate that.
The list is a mile long at the moment.
Literally just must be, so much to do.
Promise number one is that when the world is righted again next year.
Well, that's your promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Western, you at the Western. Jack can sort that.
My promise doesn't come without you fulfilling your promise. It's
I will get onto that. Ben.
And while you're over, I can find us a place for us to go do a bit of mono skiing while you're over here in the UK. So that's another little bonus, another incentive.
I don't know. Again, it's like going back to that. I don't know if I have this picture in my mind of the UK being the place I'd like to single ski. I don't know. Just
we'll figure it out. Stop being so precious. All right, it's not that cold and miserable over here. Okay.
No, we can definitely do that. So this is the first part of what could be a Ben Townley trilogy.
Yeah, and then we're going to start. By the time we're going to start up the motocross political podcast. And the general political podcast as well with Ben Townley. Ben Townley says.
By the time we get to the third podcast, Ben will probably be into politics. Running.
He will be running.
So you get me. Let's get the what Western.
I'm on it.
Western.
I'm on it. I'm on that. I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm even gonna plant the seed when I hang up from this today. I will get onto that.
Ben Townley, thank you once again so much for your time. It's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure. You take care. Stay safe.
Finish off that bottle, dude. And I'll be in touch about Western.
Yes, indeed.
I'll be waiting with bated breath by my phone, bud.
Don't be like that. We'll sort it.
I'll be on it. Don't worry. I'm getting you over somehow. And just look at that. Just as we sign off as well, there it is. That it's been sat behind you all time. The number one AMA Supercross plate.
Take care of yourself, my man. See you at Western.
Be in touch, BT. See you later. Thanks, man.
2 hours, 6 minutes, Jeff.
I know.
2 hours, 6 minutes.
I don't know what you do with that. It's a tough one. But then it is such a tough one. I've watched some other shows. I suppose it's if you're into it, you go into it. I've seen some of the other shows have been like 3 hours.
All right. Well, I tell you what.
I don't know. But there is some great stuff in there.
Let's not waffle. Well, I was thinking the whole way through, there isn't anything that we need to cut. It was all smooth and it was interesting. Obviously, for the hardcore...
I'll have to cut that bit.
Yeah. For the hardcore motocross fans out there, that's going to be a belter.
I'm telling you, because this is the other thing. Nobody's heard from Townley for a bit. And I think that's what, obviously, his story there, he's covered all bases. And there was more to that than I even knew about, the fact that he,
got offered a ride on different.
He's just so impatient.
Got offered a ride on 2 different teams for Supercross and Motocross.
Yeah,
because they wanted to keep him that
mad.
bad.
And then to openly say a few times through the interview, saying, I really made him. Normally, you've got to squeeze that out of them to say they've made a mistake. And he's just I think balls up there.
I think the flying T squeezed it out of him.
Yeah,
a little bit.
That's the other thing. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think he was half cut before he came on. Which
we need to go back to the original idea of having a few drinks on the show, and that will really loosen lips.
But from a motocross point of view, there will be
some gold in there. Yeah,
and I really will push that out when it comes to going.
How good will that be, Western?
Oh, mate, that'd be brilliant.
You and me. I was talking about you and me and a motocross sidecar. Be amazing. Come on.
No, I don't mind giving it a go. We're not going to finish. We'd have a job to do a lap.
Okay. Well, let's just get. I probably won't want to do more than 1 lap, and neither will you. No. So that'll be fine.
Oh my God. What have I let myself get into?
You said it. It's great.
Oh no, it's just that obviously before we were talking about arena cross, and it is what it is. Now we're doing this show, and obviously
it would be great content,
yes,
it would.
That's why it's starting to become a reality.
We could start off on the road. We'll hook up with an old Watsonian bike and a sidecar or something. We'll start off there. We'll do track days. We'll go Johnny Ray. He could probably hook us up with someone somewhere.
Do you know how powerful a sidecar motocross bike actually is?
It's got to be quite tasty, hasn't it, in order to pull all of that?
I'm going to have to be the driver because there's no way.
Mate, I was not thinking for 1 second that I would be the person driving.
Because I was thinking if you're
I'm good at acrobatics and hanging off things. That's what I'm made for. So
good.
Not really. Hey, mate, that was amazing. Right. Thank you for setting that one up. We hope you enjoyed it. Guys, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, check out all of our other content on the shows. We're going to release the quickfire questions with Ben Townley on our social media as well.
Yes.
The whole charities page thing, it hasn't quite worked because everybody's after your money out there as well. They might be because there's lots of worthwhile causes out there. So what we're going to do is change things up a little bit. We are going to get a collection of gear together. Is that right, Jeff?
Yes, let's do that.
When we hit £500, we're going to draw names out the pot. So there'll be lots of goodies in there. So just throw some money at it. It's whatever you do, it's worthwhile anyway.
We don't know what prizes are going to be. We're going to start getting them up together, and we'll announce all them on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. So you can see the prizes we're going to start getting up together, and the money will go to a worthy cause. Just
make sure you put your name in the comments. Make your name and your comment visible so we can see who you are. That's the only way we'll be able to draw you out of the pot. And drop some comments below. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, more questions about the sport who you'd like to talk to. And we will be back with you next week on episode of the Crowfro Show.
5. Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies, Jeff.
Thanks.
Enjoy the sun.
I'm out of here. See ya.